Okay, friend, let's talk about something December rarely gives us, a feeling of control. Because this time of the year, prep periods disappear, kids are an unpredictable combo of tired and wired, and teachers are just trying to finish the semester without feeling like the classroom is falling apart. But here's the good news. And it might surprise you. You don't need a full classroom overhaul to feel ready for January. You just need a few small resets you can do during class time, not during the winter break. Today, I'm walking you through the exact tiny resets that keep your classroom running and protect your energy, using the time you already have. Let's get into it. Welcome to the Secondary Teacher Podcast, the podcast for middle and high school teachers juggling multiple preps to get the strategies to reduce overwhelm so that you don't have to choose between being an effective teacher and prioritizing important relationships. I'm your host, Kristen Masick, a 10-year high school engineering teacher, former middle school assistant principal, and teacher coach. Every week, we will discuss strategies, systems, and time-saving tips to help you not only survive but thrive as a multiple prep teacher. Let me tell you something that used to drive me absolutely wild. So when I moved to actually the current school that I'm at right now, but at the time it was my third school where I was teaching, I was so excited because my prep period was right next to my lunch. I thought this is going to be amazing. I'll have this long block of time where I can actually get so much done. But here's what I didn't account for. All of us had the same prep period, which meant my teaching bestie had the same prep. My department had the same prep. And instead of getting work done, we ended up distracting each other. Don't get me wrong. I loved those people, but my prep period almost never went as planned. And then when I became an administrator, I realized I was part of the problem because when I needed to talk to a teacher about a student or a situation, I would look at when their prep period was so that I could catch them when they didn't have a class. I wasn't trying to hijack their time, but that's exactly what I was doing. And even as a coach, I would schedule pre and post conferences during planning periods because that's when teachers were available. So my prep periods got eaten alive by phone calls, student makeups, colleagues dropping in, last minute copies, tech issues, conversations I didn't anticipate, and honestly, sometimes just pure teacher fatigue. And when that happens repeatedly, which it did, you start to learn prep periods are not guaranteed, but pockets of time inside the class period, those might be, especially during projects, independent work, lab days, or even structured routines when students can function without you for a few minutes. So I started creating what I call micro reset lists. Just sticky notes, nothing formal, because I'm a sticky note queen, of things that take 5 to 10 minutes to help my future self, not just today me. But here's the key part. These were never tasks that belonged to the current day's lesson. They were tiny resets that supported the next term or semester, the next unit, the next version of my teaching. Because if my students were working, I needed to either be supporting them, circulating and giving feedback, or doing something tiny that made January easier. And these micro tasks, they changed everything. So instead of using my break to clean, reorganize, rethink systems, or fix routines that had been bothering me, I did 5-minute fixes during class time. Little resets that gave January the smooth, calm start I didn't know was possible. And now, with AI helpers, these micro resets are even faster, but let's walk through this step by step. These are the resets that can give you clarity, calm, and control using only the pockets of time you already have. Reset 1, the 5-minute surface sweep, not a deep clean. It's not a Pinterest classroom thing. This is a functional reset. Choose one surface a day, your small table, your counter, even your desk, maybe even I'll deal with this pile later, the supply bin that exploded, or the copies area. And set a timer for 3 to 5 minutes. Clear or categorize everything that doesn't belong. One of my favorite things to do is sometimes I would just take a crate or a laundry basket or a box and I would just clear it. Wouldn't necessarily go through it, but I would clear it so that I didn't have to see it and then I could deal with it later. Now, if I had extra time, I would go through it, but usually that would only take like a minute or two to clear everything and quickly decide what needed to be thrown away and then what could be pushed into the box. Why this works. A clear surface gives your brain a sense of order. You actually see what needs to be restocked or repaired. You stop the January, oh no, I forgot about this moment, and it builds momentum without becoming a deep, clean rabbit hole. These tiny resets create instant calm in your physical environment. Reset 2, the future self list. Capture now, not later. This one is surprisingly powerful. Every day, jot down one thing that worked really well, needs to be fixed, should be repeated next semester, needs a system, or made your life harder than it needed to be. This is your future self list. And for me, this was always a sticky note. Nothing formal, just quick captures. Why this matters: reflection done in the moment is accurate. Reflection done in January is guesswork. Here are some examples. Students loved the partner debate warm-up, repeat. The exit ticket system is clunky, simplify. Need a better routine for makeup work. Keep the Friday check-in, it worked. Next time, prep vocabulary cards earlier. You don't have to fix anything now, just capture it. This one practice helps you pre-decide January routines without doing any heavy planning. Reset 3, the 10-minute January prep task. This is the reset that gives teachers the biggest feeling of control. Choose one task per day from a January focus list. Create a simple warm-up routine for the first week. Draft a new seating chart template. Refresh your syllabus language. Make a week 1 expectations slide. Update a rubric with AI. Create a simple check-in form, print labels, or restock a supply bin. Take pictures of anchor charts before taking them down. These are the tasks that people often leave for winter break, which is why break stops feeling like a break. But these don't take an hour, they take 10 minutes. And here's the key. If you only do the one January task each day in December, you will walk into January feeling calm and in control. The trick to all of this: use timers. Students working independently for 20 minutes, set a timer for 10 minutes, circulate and give feedback. Then a timer for 5 minutes, do your micro reset, then circulate again. Now, I want to be really clear about something. I would set a timer on my phone so it would vibrate and the students didn't know. And if I was still working with a student and had more to work with when the timer went off, I would disregard it. I don't want anyone thinking that I was only available until my timer went off and then I just walked away from a student who needed help. The timer is a tool to help you remember to take those tiny moments for yourself. It's not a hard stop on student support. But here's what timers do. They keep you present for students. They keep micro resets, and they prevent the "I accidentally sat at my computer for the whole period" guilt spiral. Timers equal freedom. Teacher friend, your winter break is not a bonus planning period. It's a recovery period. January is already cognitively heavy. You could have new students, new units, new routines, behavior resets, paperwork, evaluations, mid-year exhaustion. You deserve to enter it with ease, not a mountain of work you pushed off in December. These micro resets don't just help your classroom, they help your nervous system. Because a calm classroom environment gives you a sense of control, and control is something December rarely gives teachers. So when you walk into January and your desk is clear and you've got your warm-ups ready and you've captured what worked and what didn't, you're not starting from scratch. You're starting from peace. You're starting from a place of calm, and that makes all the difference. Here's what I want you to take away with today. You don't need a full overhaul. You don't need a perfect system. You just need tiny, meaningful resets you can do during class time, not during your break. A clear surface, a captured idea, a 10-minute January prep task, a single moment of pre-deciding. That's what creates clarity. That's what creates calm. And that's what helps you walk into January feeling in control. You're doing better than you think, and your future is already thanking you. Until next week, teacher friend, take a breath, take the tiny wins, and protect your break. You deserve it. If today's episode was helpful to you, it could be for others. So make sure you share it with your colleagues and tag me on Instagram at Kristen Masick, KrstenMasic. Until next week.